Good day, everyone. We are the Group 5. My name is Chrismet Delima, and I am with my co-researcher and co-developer, Duhelong sa Janmar, Kilingan William, Rivera Junel. Our proposed system is contact tracing micropayment service system for the bus fare in the Philippines. During the COVID-19 pandemic, many countries suffer from this situation, especially third world countries that don't have the access to the vaccine as much as the first world country does. We all know that the Philippines is part of the third world country. Because of that, Philippines endures a lot of hardship. When the pandemic began, the government implemented a traditional method of contact tracing in every transportation, which is filling up a paper forms and providing a reusable pen. This traditional method took a lot of time, effort, and we cannot assure the safeness of reusing a pen from a different person. Our general objective is to develop a micropayment system for the bus fare here in the Philippines, but not just to help every Filipino who commutes every day, but also for the government who aims to have a fast and reliable contact tracing. Our specific objective is to improve the traditional method of contact tracing, to provide an accurate information of every passenger, to provide an efficient, easier, faster, safer, and modernistic yet user-friendly micropayment system. Lastly is to provide a cashless transaction for the bus transportation in the Philippines.
Statement of the problem. The purpose of this study is to develop a contact tracing micropayment service system for the bus fare in the Philippines. Through mobile application used by 12 years old above, it can be a student, senior citizen, or person with disability. Specifically, it seeks to answer the following questions. What are the benefits of cashless transaction in the Philippines? What is the importance of passengers' information for the COVID-19 contact tracing in the Philippines? What is the evaluation? What is the evaluation of the respondents on the contact tracing micropayment service system based on the software quality standards like functionality, usability, security, efficiency, reliability, maintainability, and probability of the application? Scope and delimitation. This study is to focus on the developing a mobile application that helps our government in tracing potential COVID-19 carriers and also develop a bus fare system that makes our commuter and bus drivers in a safer contactless transaction along North Avenue to Top Avenue. The scope of the study are the following: e-wallet, QR code, mobile application. The delimitation of our study is does not require to a fully-fledged financial technology application such as GCash, Paymaya, PayPal, etc. Bus operators who don't offer point-to-point drop-offs. Mobile application only work with the data connection or with Wi-Fi connection. Bus operators that don't use the same route as MRT3 North Avenue to Top Avenue.
Chapter 3 Methodology. Methodology is the underlying principle and rules that govern a system method. On the other hand, is the systematic procedure for a set of activities. Thus, from this definition, this part includes technical background, statistical treatment, UML use case, data flow diagram, wireframe, and prototype. The current situation of the world being careful and clean is the ideal way to be safe. Commuters today are always at risk in contacting the COVID-19. That's why creating such app will make a huge impact in making commuters safe, easier payment experience, and contact tracing for the government easier. In our technical background, we discussed the technology that we are about to use and the explanation for those technical developments for the proposed system. The hardware and software used in making the application is a Lenovo laptop with 20 gig RAM, 500 gig SSD, Intel iCore 7 8 Gen, Windows 10, and the application is React Native. The database is SQLite.
In this conceptual framework, we use the IPO format or the input process output in our case study and also use a formula to determine the respondent's evaluation and rate our project as 1 being the lowest, 5 being the highest or highly acceptable.
Unified Modeling Language. In our UML, we choose use case diagram in order to illustrate and define the context requirements of our system. This is the basic overview of the whole FiliCash application system being analyzed and modeled. This diagram is to be a glance of the system. DFD or data flow diagram. This represents the flow of data through a process or a system, and this also provides the information of input and outputs of each entity and the process itself. This shows the flow of data between the admin, the government, and the user. The wireframe, visual guide of FiliCash application that represents the framework on how to navigate and what interface exists on the page. This also shows the application's user interface and core functionality. The prototype. On, on our prototype, our first page is welcome page. This shows you the sign up, login button, and our links to our social media accounts. Next is the sign in page where you enter your credentials. You input your username and password. The sign up page where you make your credentials. You input your username, your email, and your password. After signing in or signing up, it will transfer you to our dashboard. You can choose your locations, departure location, arrival location, booking time, ticket price, QR code, and the location, which is North Avenue to Top Avenue. Next is the side menu bar, menu in our FiliCash applications. You can browse your wallet, history, and profile settings. So before entering our wallet, it will prompt our wallet security, which you will need to enter a 4-pin password. After you enter your 4-pin password, it will transfer you to our wallet page. It shows your balance, top up, transfer, receive, and cash out and transaction history. Next is the top up option. Shows top up choices, 7-Eleven, BPI, Coins PH, Villarica, Union Bank. Given names are for example only. So when you click the receipt, it will transfer to you to QR code scanner. So the transfer page, you need to enter your desired amount for it to generate a QR code. Next is the cash out option. So choices where you can transfer your FiliCash balance. The given names are for example only. So the transaction page shows the receive and the sent history, the balance, the date, the time, receive amount, and sent amount. The travel history page shows you the balance, the date, the payment amount, and when you click the right side button, shows you the full info about the ride. Lastly is the profile setting page. This shows your credentials, the name, the contact details, password reset, save changes, and logout. So our commuter types are student, PWD, senior, standard, and driver. That would be all for the presentation of contact tracing micropayment service system for the VASPER in the Philippines, chapter 1 to 3. And we thank you.